Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got a baller episode tonight, pun intended. We have my homie Erika Davenport with us tonight. Erika, thanks for coming on the show.
Oh yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate you.
Yeah, appreciate you. So, we got a really cool one today. So, this is not really addiction related. This is more mindset, focus, how to stay on your path and purpose. And we have a prime example of someone who's done that day in and day out for years now. And as you know, the recovery journey can be a bit of a grind. And as an athlete, the grind is, I mean, that's your Bible.
Right.
You wake up and you grind from sun up to sundown. So, Erica, let's just dive in. Introduce yourself. Tell us a bit about yourself,
Yeah.
etc.
So I'm Erika Davenport. Born and raised in Pontiac, Michigan. Lived there most of my life. I attended Marquette University for 4 years. From there, coming out of college, had a couple obstacles with some injuries, and that's just kind of like my story. From there, it kind of began. Getting through college. I had a lot of sisters, a lot of teammates, help me get through college. We helped each other. And, from there, it's just, you know, when you get out of college, everybody's like, well, what are you going to do? What is this? What is this? So like, from there, it's just like, mindset changed, body changed, everything changed. And I would say for the better. So, yeah.
So, what was that transition from high school into college?
Yeah.
So
Um,
that's a big transition.
Yeah, that's a huge transition, not even just like athletic, just yourself mentally and physically. And, my family always told me, go out of state, you're going to meet so many different people. You're going to, get to know yourself. And that's kind of like exactly what I did. That transition, being a freshman coming in and at a school like Marquette was just like, it was like, oh, it was awakening. It was,
Yeah.
so, it was just, it was something special. Marquette is definitely a special place, and the when we came in, we were 8 freshmen. We were the youngest team in the country, so like that was amazing. And us being there, we bonded. We were, we got through our first summer together. That was extremely hard, but hey, we did it, and it made us better. And I commend all those girls that I was with. Those are my sisters, and those are my friends for life. So it was a big transition, but we got through it. Yeah.
That's very dope. And I went to UW-Madison, which is kind of a very similar school in terms of academics and stuff to Marquette. I wanted to go to Marquette,
Yeah.
but I ended up just choosing Madison. I played ball for 0 years. They got a really good squad too. What was you said that summer was hard? What was difficult about bonding with your new
Uh,
teammates?
it was just like you get in there, do those summer workouts. Summer workouts are definitely different. You got those beach workouts. You're getting in shape. You really don't know what in shape is until you get to college and you realize
Okay.
shape is a little bit different. So
Okay.
different. We got up at 6 a.m. We had to be at 6 workouts, and it was just definitely different. It was definitely a different mindset. Like they wanted you to, not only get better physically but mentally too. So they definitely pushed us in both areas. So, and that's what you need, like when you're playing at that type of level. So it was definitely it's what we needed. So, and I'm not saying that it was easy. I liked every second of it, and
Sure.
process, and that's really what it is. And when it comes to life, when it comes to anything, it's all a process and how you kind of attack it and how you kind of come out of it. So yeah, it was just different.
I love that. And like similar with addiction and stuff, like I recommend sometimes to treat it like it's a sport, right? Like you're playing D1 sports. I always went like that was my mindset when I was getting clean. I'm like, yo, I gotta treat this life now like I'm a professional athlete, which means taking care of my body, taking care of my mind, exercising regularly, working out, etc., all that. And so I always looked up to athletes because you guys have to do that, like for your careers and stuff. So guys, if you're listening, take note because a lot of what she's going to be talking about tonight can be switched over to addiction recovery or anything in life, business, relationships, etc. Like the more work you put into something, and not just like obsessive compulsive work, the more like focused dedicated work you put in, the more results you're going to have in your life in all areas. And we're going to continue on to find out what those results are for Erika. So college is done. You have the anxiety, but okay, life's about to begin.
Yeah.
What do I do? So what was that
So
process like?
Basketball has always been my entire life. Coming out of college, I'm like, I want to play at the next level. This is my dream. A couple days before my senior night, I tore my ACL, and I had, surgery. At this point, we were riding in our season. We ranked nationally, and I kind of go out, and at that point, I was devastated. Like, mindset totally changed. Like, that first like couple like weeks and stuff, like I didn't know what to do. Like, I'm like, I need to mindset just was like, I need to get back on that court however possible. But
Mm,
I kind of became like one of those player coaches. I was just there for my team as best as I knew how I could, like just trying to make sure that, we got to finish this season strong. Like, we have something
mm,
really good growing. So, I was just there to, be supportive with my teammates there. Uh, Honestly, like going through it, like mentally, like it was one of the hardest things that I could ever go through, but my teammates got me through it. They helped me through it. They were always there for me. They were always picking me up no matter what. So like I commend my teammates for that. Coming out, I gained a bunch of weight. I gained mental weight and physical weight. Like, it was definitely tough.
yeah.
So going through rehab was super hard for me because it was like,
Mm,
through anything, you have ups and downs. I just wanted to make sure, like, hey, they always say, how you go into surgery, you go into good surgery, you come out better, So
okay.
my goal was like, I got to kill this surgery, I got to kill this rehab. Like, that was like my
Mm,
big thing there. So like, even when I was done with surgery, I was like, I need to make sure my knee is better. I need to make sure that it's good, make sure everything is about it. So I was really on it about my rehab. But I wasn't on about my body. It was hard for me to move. It was
mm,
hard to, get in the gym. It was hard for me. My metabolism wasn't like, everything was just really hard,
right.
after a while, like, and then COVID hit. So
Oh, okay.
like, it was,
Cool.
I gained like over like 35 pounds. So I was about 200, and then I was like 235. That was tough for me. Like, no, you got it. You look good. I'm like, don't lie to me. I know I'm not where I
Mm,
be. um,
I respect that.
yeah.
Yeah. Call it like it is.
How you feel in your body and where it's supposed to be. So everything was kind of like a mindset for me, was just kind of like, hey, like, you got to keep going. Like, a lot of people, I was like, I want to play basketball. I'm going to play basketball. My coach at the time told me, like, it's just, season ending, but it's not career ending. And,
Mm,
I believe that, not a lot of people believe that I was going to be able to,
yeah.
that I was going to be able to rehab, that, when you get to a certain age, it's like, well, you're getting up there, you're getting older, so for me, it was just like, keep going, each and every day, keep going. I had my boyfriend to support me. He was like my number one supporter. My dad, some friends, they were always there for me. Just, you got this, keep going, so, and then when COVID hit, we actually brought some gym equipment into our garage. And
Oh, that's what's up.
I even took up tennis. I took up anything that I could do to keep moving.
Mhm. Sure.
Um, and then I just kept going. I finally got my first offer after COVID, going to Sweden. And I was still like, I still had that weight on me, but I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give myself a shot.
Hell
Um,
yeah.
when I got over there, there was like, I don't know how you're doing what you're doing right now with the type of injury you had. Because I just,
Mm,
uh, uh, ACL tour. I tore 5 ligaments in my knee and had a compact fracture in my knee. So it wasn't just like a regular ACL tear. So when I got over there, of course, I had like a little bit of complications every once in a while with my knees. I actually had to sit out a week from the season just because, like, my knees were bothering me. Um, I did come down a little bit. I came down to like 214 with my weight, but I was still wasn't where I needed to be.
hmm.
And then after that, I had a pretty good season in Sweden. I went to Finland, balled out,
Yeah.
still like around that, 214 mark. I'm like, I got to get under this. I got to keep going. Um,
Okay.
whole process, I just have to say I commend like everyone that helped me kind of get there, kind of like, going, because mentally it was an up and down battle. It really was. It was a lot of
Yeah.
like I was down on myself, but like honestly, this is where I kind of found like my faith. Like when I first tore my ACL, I kind of lost faith in God. I was like, God,
Mhm.
God's not real. He would never have that. He knows how much I care about basketball. He knows how much like I wanted this, and I kind of lost faith. And you can't see it, but on my arm, I actually got my first tattoo after my ACL, um, and that really like put everything to perspective, because what I didn't realize what God was doing for me was kind of setting me up from where I'm doing now, and for me to be able to talk about my experiences and for how
Mhm.
it affected my life and everything is like it's amazing. And at the time, you really don't know what he has planned for you and what he kind of in the future and stuff. So like it was amazing the type of journey he took me through and how he brought me out of it. So um I'm kind of thankful. I always say that my ACL was like the best thing that ever happened to me, because
Mm.
it wasn't
Powerful.
ACL, I wouldn't be who I am today. I wouldn't be the person I am today. I wouldn't have learned the lessons that I learned and everything. So it kind of just made me a better person in a sense. But now, as of today, I've lost 40 pounds, 40 pounds in weight and in mental. So like I'm commend my ACL. I actually thank you. I feel like it's just been a journey, and watching myself grow is just kind of like I'm happy. I'm just happy as I've been, and now I can like I do a little bit of coaching now. I'm a personal trainer, and
Yeah.
I mentor like kids now with coaching, just telling them, hey, it's a process. Every day is not going to be your best day. Every day
Mm.
I don't want to get up and go and do what it is you're doing. But every day, like, just pray, continue to follow his steps, let him lead you, let him guide your steps,
Mm.
everything fall into place. That doesn't mean that every day is not going to come with some bad obstacles, because it is, and it's just how you respond to them is what it really is. So I mean, that's kind of like a little bit of my story, but I'm just thankful for those obstacles you know, I did have, because like I said, it made me into the person I am today.
Absolutely. So much to touch on there, Erica. I really like that mindset you have, that what seemed like a negative experience, and it was, like, we're not going to discredit that. It was a blessing in disguise. And I think a lot of folks out there are in that same situation, whether it be with sports, whether it be with relationships. In the moment, it's like, I would say, come on, God, like, like, really, like, could you make this a little bit easier? But no, he life is always challenging us, whether you believe in God, universe, spirit, whatever, Buddha. We're always being challenged. And yeah, I've definitely gone through some experiences as well that have blown ass. It's like, dude, could you could you just like wrote me a letter or something? Probably did, but my question for you is, were there some signs leading up to your ACL tear that maybe you were either overtraining, overworking? Like, was it almost like did it have to do with that at all, do you think?
So I had left knee pain and complaining about it for a while, but I mean, you get wear and tear, being an
Yeah,
athlete
you're jumping, especially basketball. Yeah.
is definitely hard. I just thought it was funny how it kind of led to it and kind of the signs. So I actually had this video. I turned my ACL on a Friday. On that Thursday, the day before, I had a video come across my feed, and I was like, "This is very interesting." I reposted it, and it was about
Hmm.
purpose, and how sometimes you think your purpose is one thing, and sometimes you got to redefine your purpose. I'm like,
Preach.
that's deep.
Preach.
Loved it. I posted it to my feed instantly.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it meant at the time, but now I kind of understand it. But
Wow, that's trippy.
day I tear my ACL. I thought my purpose was I was supposed to go play. I was supposed to go dominate. I didn't think of
Mhm.
other things in my life. I didn't have, like I said, I didn't have that faith. I didn't have a lot of things. A lot of things were going on with me mentally that I never really dealt with. Um, just for me to redefine my purpose, that you're limitless. You're unlimited. I should say. I have my fitness page now, Purpose Unlimited. It's about don't let anyone tell you can't do something. Don't let anyone put limits on your dreams, on what you think that you can do, because once you do that, then you're letting people get to you. So that's what mine's about. It's just about doing whatever makes you happy, and whatever that may be. Whether you want to be an artist, musician, athlete, whatever that may be, there's always going to be people telling you can't do it, or that you're too old, or you're too this, or you don't have this. They're always going to put limits on you and say why you can't do it, instead of saying why you can't do it. So
Hmm.
um, I think that I had to redefine my purpose. I mean, I wouldn't be a personal trainer now without me tearing my ACL. Right now, I help a lot of people with knee injuries, shoulder injuries, getting their bodies back together.
Oh,
And
that's awesome.
it's a lot of things like with process and purpose and finding out like what works for you. What works for me may not work for you, but your job is out your job. Our purpose is already written, and it's all about us trying to figure out what our purpose is and how we can fulfill it through Him. So it was really big for me to have that, and that's kind of like the main reason of my fitness page. It's just do what makes you happy. Do live out your purpose, and however you may be, and just to keep going, keep God first, keep going. Just you got this. So
Got this.
for me, so yeah, yeah.
We have similar stories in that I had a really strong purpose. I was in college. I was like, dude, I got to go get my degree and stuff. And then I found drugs, obviously, that
Mm,
led to a different path.
yeah,
And then I wanted to do music. I wanted to produce music, DJ, play at festivals and stuff. But universe had different plans.
yeah,
And I think a really important caveat to what you were saying is that it's important to listen, and it's also important to recognize where your strengths are, because I actually, whenever I talk about what you just said, how, you can do anything you set your mind to. I love that. I
yeah.
love that mindset. And I'm not going to play in the NBA. it would it would be a waste of life to go try to pursue a career in the NBA.
Mm,
So I think you have to have some wisdom, guys, and like what is going to be best for
yeah.
me. And that might be trying out for the NBA for a while until you realize that, you're getting dunked over and it's embarrassing. And, I have like a 4-inch vertical, so I'm not, unless I'm stroking the three, we're going
Right.
to have a rough night. So I've really had to learn to, yeah, follow my purpose. And now look at this, because I had a crazy drug addiction. I'm talking to you about purpose on a
Mhm.
YouTube channel. Like it's just so uh,
Right.
it's just surreal sometimes. Like you just look at I'm sure you look at your life sometimes and you're just like, what the hell happened? Like,
Yeah,
and you're just like, but it's like a good what the hell.
it
It's like,
is. And you never know who you're gonna meet along the way. Like, I've been moving all around Wisconsin. I've been in Wisconsin for a while, and I've been away from home. And I always say, like, you know, like my family told me in the beginning, like, go and find yourself. Go somewhere. Don't go in Michigan. Go find yourself. And I love
mm,
I really do. I love my hometown. I love where I'm from. But they were right. I would never have found who I am. I would never be the person I am today without that. And, I'm the youngest of five. I'm the baby girl. I'm very shy, but like for me to speak out and tell my truth, is totally out of my character. My mom always tell me how proud she is. She said out of all her children, she would never thought that the youngest will be in a different state, living, doing what she wants to do. So it's just crazy how the paths that we take, the people that we meet, if we don't make this turn and we don't go around this corner, we might miss the person that we're supposed to meet. And that's just how it is. Like I would never met you, if we didn't go and play basketball. So it's just about like the choices we make, and that's why we got to put emphasis on the choices that we make, because our choices is what determines our future. So like we got to make sure that the choices that we make in life is going to be, we got to really think about those choices.
mm.
I'm very much person like, let's do the spontaneous stuff, and I was all about that, all the spontaneous. But now I'm like, yeah, think a little bit more about our choices, a little bit more about our decisions, because our decisions are what's going to shape our future. So yeah, it's just crazy how life works out sometimes.
You're perfect for this channel because the one problem people have with addiction, with addictive personalities is they're always spontaneous, and it leads to a lot of issues. So,
Yeah,
guys, if you want coaching from Erica, uh, hit her up in the comments. We'll get you a session, and she'll change your life. So, yeah, that's great. Yeah, just making sure you're being wise with your moves, and at the same time making moves too. You got to do both at the same time. That's interesting that you're the youngest, because I was reading a book recently. It's called The Birth Order Book,
mhm,
and it talks about how depending on where you are in your pecking order depends on who you get along with in relationships. So, like for example, two firstborns often don't mix well, like they clash. And then the best combo is a firstborn and then a lastborn.
yeah,
Like that's like the best. Um, but what's interesting is usually it's because the third born or the last born is that like submissive, like doesn't really take risk type. So you're breaking that mold. So we might have to send
yeah,
them an edit and be like, yo,
yeah. Hey, it's it's how it's supposed to be, right? But you got those outliers. You got those people who they don't follow by the rules. They don't play by the rules.
Yeah,
So it's
right.
definitely fun to not play by the rules sometimes.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's what you're gonna do in pro league, right?
Yeah, most definitely.
For sure. All right, 2 seconds. I gotta grab Kleenex. Be right back.
All right.
Yeah, guys, I got sick as a dog this week, so I'm just like coming back to life here. Um, so yeah, guys, continue. We've been diving in a lot of really good stuff. We got some good stuff clipping, etc. Let's hop back on the timeline here. So you recovered from your ACL. You had a couple years overseas. Where are you now? What are your goals, your plans, visions, etc.?
Yeah, so right now, like I said, I'm a personal trainer. I work at the Princeton Club in Madison, Wisconsin. I'm currently coaching an AAU team, and I'm currently helping out at a JUCO college also. So I'm kind of like, I can't play basketball forever. I know that's the realistic, So I'm trying to keep myself around the sport of basketball, helping the youth. I'm a big kid myself. I love kids. Um, I just want to stay within the sport of basketball and helping out whatever that means. I think as when we're young, we're molding our minds. We're trying to figure out like what it is this earth. And social media is big on molding these high schoolers and stuff. So like
Mhm.
for me, just to be around them and kind of helping them navigate through this in basketball, and not only helping them on the court but off the court, and trying to help them be better people is kind of huge for me. They teach me as much as I teach them, so it's definitely so much fun, coaching them and being around them and trying to make sure, like, hey, like, they at this kind of age, I teach like 16-year-olds. They just need to hear, like, hey, you got this, you can do this.
Mm,
This is where a lot
yeah.
of like it's confusing. You're going through a lot. Hey, you got this, you can do this. So like through basketball, like I have a lot of girls now who they're playing a bunch of different sports. They're doing a lot of different things. A lot of people are telling them a lot of different things. So like right now for me, it's just giving them that positivity. Helping them to if this is what you want to do with basketball, let's put you on that right path. Let's put you in that right attitude, that right mindset, so that you can make the best out of it. So I definitely love coaching at this level right now, and just helping out and doing what I'm doing now. So it's definitely special for me.
That's a really important message because a lot of youth don't get that messaging from home.
Yeah.
And then you see it manifest in all kinds of things when they get older because they never had that role model. So that's really good you're doing that and that you're enjoying it. What's gonna happen when you go hooping overseas? What you gonna do
Uh,
with these kids, Erica? You're abandoning these kids.
No, no, no. So I keep in contact with most of them. Like this is my second AAU team I coach, and I still keep in contact with some of them that I've coached there, and just hey, checking in, how you doing? How's this? How's this? Just giving them some words of encouragement. I do get to go play overseas, and then come back in the summer, and I get to do it all over again. So they definitely get to see me in the summertime.
Oh,
That's
cool. Cool.
fine. So that's like the best time to do it. So I definitely get to see them and continue to kind of coach and stuff. So that's definitely special for me. So
Very cool. Do you think you'll ever like coach overseas? Like, is that something that you would
uh,
um
I've
be
never.
interested in?
Um, I don't know if I have it. I have the dream. I'm very much a homebody, so for me to go overseas to even play is very huge for me because like I'm very like homebody. I'm a family oriented person. Like I hate leaving my family, hate leaving my friends because like that they are my everything. They're my engine. They would keep me going. So I don't know if the coaching overseas life is for me, but
Mm, mhm.
at like the high school level, even at like college level, is kind of something that maybe I can kind of get into. Yeah.
Very cool. That's awesome, man. Yeah, I think you're at a stage where you realize that the most important thing you can do, one of the most important things you can do, is to help others. And this is a really important message for folks out there struggling. Like, you got to get out there and be of service to your community in some way. Like, it's do it for yourself at first. Like, do it selfishly because it's going to absolutely change your mindset and how much and your self esteem too. Because a lot of folks that are low in that category, maybe they're, do they just had an injury in sports and they're like, yo, I can't freaking, I feel so useless, right? Once you do a little thing for someone else and you see their experience there, you see their face light up, you see that wow, even though I'm in this rut, I made a change for someone else. It gives me goosebumps just talking about it. It will absolutely change your life. So I
Most
think,
def- I love being in, like, if you want to say, the service industry. Like, no matter what's going on in my life, I had to go out and help somebody. I get to go out and help somebody be stronger. I have a lot of older clients. I actually have one of my favorite clients, he's actually on a walker right now, and we're trying to help him to get off of it, trying to strengthen his legs, trying to get him back into it. He used to be a football player. He tells me all about it
oh
all the
yeah.
I love being in the service industry. I love being able to, go and help someone better their life and whatever that may be. That's one of my favorite parts, because at the end of the day, I'm not thinking about me and myself. I'm thinking about helping this
Mm,
person and what they need help with. I'm kind of like new to training. I'll be a trainer for 1 year. I actually started studying. One of my teammates actually was like, "Hey, you seem very passionate about lifting," and she was like, "Hey, you should be a personal trainer." And I'm like, and I actually became a personal trainer while I was in Finland. I studied and went took the class and did online, and became a personal trainer. And ever since then, I'm like, I love this. I love being able to help other people. I love being able to just get their body strong, to help them to lose weight, and them pushing, like, you push them and they think that they can't do it. And it's like, you don't understand what your body and your mind is capable of. So it's definitely really fun in that sense of just helping others and just seeing their body and their minds transform. So
that's one great thing about sports is that it pushes you can reach those levels that you can't just on a
yeah,
regular basis. It's like there's some there's some days that I've been on the court where I'm like, I didn't know I was this athletic because I didn't play hoops growing up. I'll let you know. I like couldn't dribble a ball. I had no hand-eye coordination. And it wasn't until like a year and a half ago where I started playing for the first time. And I
yeah,
was terrible. I was just like I was ass. It was bad. It was like people were like it was like get off the court kind of vibes, right? So I had to learn how to get better and then it just unlocks so much more too. So I think that's fantastic what you're doing and that you love it. And that again, it was just a random like the odds that you just saw that from that day and they just, hey, you should do this, right? They could have said anything else in the world.
yeah. I mean, so it was actually my roommate overseas. So we were playing in Finland together as my roommate overseas. And it's funny because, like, I've thought about it, like, in high school. There's an interview of me on the internet and saying, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I'm like, I want to play basketball and I want to be a personal trainer. Never thought about it again until my friend brought that up, my roommate brought
Ah,
it up. So it's just
yes.
definitely how the universe works and how it kind of goes. So, like, it's definitely,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. What are some of the other miracles the universe has been working for you as of late?
Uh, Honestly, I've been on my kind of my walk with God right now. I'm kind of newly there, and honestly, the miracles and the connections with the people that they've kind of put me with is just insane. Just meeting people through that and just kind of understanding this. I don't think we're ever gonna really understand this world, but, like, understanding and who I am as a person, and then it's just that in general. So just honestly, just living,
Just
just
living, being alive.
just every
Amen.
is how it's a blessing, and every day I get to wake up and serve God through whatever it may be, His purpose. So that's just a miracle in itself. So for me, it's just my journey and my walk with Him right now. It's just what I've been focused on a lot, and just keeping my body and my mind together. It's just that's just what I've been doing. So that's just for me. That's just a miracle in itself, because I never, thought that I would be sitting here focused on that, focused on the things that I'm focused on now. So yeah, it's been a miracle. It's been a blessing.
We'll have to have a talk sometime again about your path with God and how you got into Christianity because I've been I've meeting a suspiciously a lot of people that are Christian,
Hmm.
and I was kind of atheist, but I went to Dallas. I visited a friend from high school. He was a D1 him and his wife ran cross country and track for Arkansas, so they're also in the athletic space, and they turned to God as well, and now they're really big in the church. He's like practicing ministry and stuff. But that was like my first intro to it. I meet this guy at the gym. We're hooping. Big Christian dude. And you guys are so nice. That's Christian people are the nicest. The last person on my channel is a big Christian guy.
Yeah.
And then you're Christian, and then I'm telling my friend, I'm like, dude, like I keep running into Christian people. He's like, maybe not a coincidence. So
I'm
I
not
don't know.
faith on anyone or like to, I want everybody to experience how they feeling, but the only thing that I feel is that Jesus is the way. That's all I gotta say.
Mm.
I'm not pushing my faith on anyone. I don't want anyone to be like, oh, like this. That's just what I've experienced in His presence, and when I'm with Him, then I can't go wrong, and that's all I got.
Respect. Hidden in the shadows. All right, so we're gonna get to some of the comments here. So got our girl Lilia. What's up? Thanks for coming on. New friend of mine. I met her in Poland. So yeah, we'll have to come to the States and ball sometime.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got Jade. Jade has come on the channel. What's up, homie? Yeah, dude. I actually wanted to mention that when you were talking about it, dude. Like the worst injury besides maybe Achilles.
Yeah.
But you can't get much worse than that. So yo, what's up, bro? Thanks for coming on, man. Appreciate you. And we got Dragon. What's up, man? I agree with you. That injury can be a blessing in disguise. Yeah, I lost L1 S5 disc due to poor medical care, and now I have paralysis. Wow, neuropathy. That's intense, man.
Yeah.
But I think it made me a humble person. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're looking at the bright side of it. That's a very serious injury, and I'm sure it's changed your entire life. So that's great. You can view it like that. Erika, any thoughts on that one?
Honestly, like it's a blessing in disguise. You think one thing and then you go through that experience. So respect for people going through injury or even strong, just injury. That myself. Not a lot of people know about it, and that's kudos to really keep going and keep yourself in a mental space. You got it.
Yeah. Amen. Stay strong, brother. We got Droy. Just call you Dro Boy. What's up, man? Thanks for coming on. Appreciate you. Homie Joseph. Probably kudos to the one above. Appreciate you as well. And back to Joey. You call yourself atheist, but Jesus is working through you 100%, man.
There it is.
Maybe. Hey, I don't know, brother. We'll see. We'll see. Let's say I'm more open than I was 6 months ago. So progress, not perfection, right? I've seen so much with Buddhism and the power of just like other religions that it's hard for me really to like commit to one. But hey, you never know where life will lead. Dragon again, same starting my journey with God and already reacting to situations in a much more calming, living manner. Nice.
That first journey with the building that is, I'm not saying like it's hard, but it's definitely a process, and it's definitely like, be patient, wait for Him, let Him guide your footsteps, let Him walk with Him, so it definitely helps you to just stay focused. And that's not saying that, you're gonna stray off, you're gonna make mistakes. That's fine. In those moments where you make the mistakes, those are gonna be your learning experiences. And like I said, I'm new in my journey, so I mean, I'm not as far as long as other people who follow Christ, but I'm just speaking from my own experiences. So I don't want to be like, "Yep, I know this," and I don't. So I'm saying that I'm new and I'm looking and searching for Him, and I'm doing my best that I can. So yeah.
In 2 years, you'll come on and we'll be like, Jesus is the way.
I'm learning.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. So the best I needed to knock on my pillow school was being arrogant. Yeah, that's That's one of the beauties of spiritual experiences and following any sort of path is that you do get knocked off your horse. You realize that you're not as important as you think you are. And I still need reminders like that all the time that I'm just a guy. I'm just a dude. I'm gonna die. Like it's it's like what that's kind of it. Like I'm gonna add as much value as I can to the world while I'm alive. And at the end of the day, people will miss me maybe for a little bit. If I have close ones, maybe a little longer, but then life will go on and a new it's just that I think it's been one of the most important lessons I've learned is that stop chasing this external success because it just is it's never lasting. It's not. And I think that is one thing that's Christianity is great with is they really teach that yo there is a way to have that lasting peace and happiness, but it's not through material, it's not through even relationships. It is through couple relationships with the big man.
Yeah.
And
So you know a little something something. Yeah. You gotta get you inspiring me. You know a little something something.
oh, cool. I grew up Catholic, so it was yeah, you kind of the rough side of town, if you know what I mean, of Christianity. But um, essentially, yeah, it's you believe or you don't, and if you believe, you get the win, and you get to chill out and maybe in heaven or whatever. But it's interesting. It's an interesting mindset. So we got Joe still going, brother. Thank you for the stream. You're welcome, brother. Thank you for tuning in once again. Really appreciate you. And ah, nice. What's up, girl? All
Thank
love here.
you.
What was that?
I said thank you. I'm telling Dragon, thank you for letting us know. We appreciate that.
Yeah, right. Glad. Yeah, appreciate you. Um, cool. So that's like that. That's the college. You gotta change your picture or something. Ain't your name. You're like a little or like a pink dragon or something. That'll do it. And then we got Drill Boy. Oh, dude, congrats, man. 11 days. That's huge. That's a big hump. That's a big hurdle to get through. As I say a lot, I know when I hit that week mark, I felt a huge relief. Like that week is a big mark because you're like, I put in enough time where there's less of a chance I'm gonna slip back, and that I can't remember the other half of this, but I put in enough time where I'm not going back. I'm not gonna to waste this opportunity. So, dude, keep it up. Keep coming to these streams, man. Keep chiming in, watching the vids, connecting with people, finding people in your community like Erica that are gonna be uplifting, positive, motivating. And dude, you just every 11 days from now we'll check in and you'll just be rolling. So that's awesome. So let's dive back into some about Erica. So can you give us an update of what you got going on like right now?
Yeah. So I got some big news coming up. Hasn't came out just yet, but soon. Some coming up. My basketball career and continuing. So I'm excited about this. This is something that I took a year off from basketball and was like, hey, like I'm gonna get myself together. I'm gonna get my body together, get my mind together mentally, and I'm gonna come back stronger and better. So big news coming up, and I'm excited to share it with you guys. So yeah, it's coming soon in the next couple of weeks. So should be fun. Should be very fun. Yeah.
And guys, go follow Erica if you can on her Instagram. Link down below, and you'll get that news because it's cool news. I really want to spoil it right now, but I'm not. I'm gonna
Yeah,
have to restrain a pen and tongue.
it's gonna be fun. It's definitely gonna. I love how basketball has taken me to, different parts of the world. Has taken me through different experiences. May help me to meet people, my sisters that I have now. So it's definitely fun to have basketball take me to the avenues that I've been through. So I'm very much thankful for that. So yeah, yeah.
Cool. Now to the basketball, can you give us, especially for us, avid hoopers out there, what would a really good piece of basketball advice be for on the court?
Never never stop improving. Never stop improving your game. Never be complacent. Because once you get be complacent, someone is coming to take your spot. That's just in like the basketball sense of like being a team. Also, just like never be too like high and mighty for like advice or for someone that's trying to reach out and help you with your basketball skills, basketball knowledge and stuff. Because like, maybe some people may not know the game as much as you, but like that little advice could be like, okay, yeah, I can take that and apply it to something. So that sense, and just never stop working. Like, it's maybe, like I said, everything is a process. It may be that one day you don't have it, but as long as you continue to work and continue to improve and continue to believe in yourself, that's what's going to take you far. That's what's going to take you there. They always said overseas that you have to be like a specialist in one area, master one area. And I think that's kind of true too, like with fundamentals. Like, everybody's always teaching all these moves that are like special and all these oohs and ahs, like, but we forget about the fundamentals in basketball. And that's what's going to be your basis. Once you get those fundamentals down and once you master those, then go ahead and add to your bag. But right now everybody's trying to do the oohs and ahs and stuff, like, and everything that is kind of like, where's those fundamentals in basketball? It's always about how far can you shoot, how can you jump, how hard can you, that type of thing. So work on those fundamentals, work on that dribbling, right hand, left hand, work on rebounding, work on those basic things, and that's going to take you far there. And then start adding on, and so definitely that. Yeah,
That's a great tip. I mean, everyone wants to be Ja Morant,
yeah,
but I
definitely
mean, look who's in the finals right now,
right.
a game away, Jokic. And he just stands there and puts it in. That's all he does. Nothing fancy, nothing sexy. He just balls. And that's a good tip. Like we're going basketball here now, but yeah, there's been times where like if I can shoot, I'm good, but if not, I can't dribble very well or like do moves. So as you know, because we balled. Um, so I've experienced some low feelings sometimes. I'm like, damn, I can't like be dribbling through my legs, but it's like the best games where I'm just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna shoot and just get open,
Yeah.
and then I'll hit I'll hit my points and I'll help the team out, and that's what matters the most.
Don't be too big for the team. Be a team player. If you're not, I also like to say, like, if you're not producing, you're not feeling good in your game. Be the best teammate that you can be, because eventually you'll come out of it. Keep giving to your teammates. Keep encouraging them, because eventually you're gonna stop worrying about yourself in your game and what you're not doing and what you're not scoring. That eventually you're going to be that there's always other ways that you can affect the game, whether it's I'm gonna set the best screen, I'm gonna make sure I box out this player. Not everything line up on a stat sheet. So you just gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. Yeah.
Were you always that kind of player that you were about the team, or were you more like a self-centered player? Pun
um,
intended.
I was more, I felt like in college, like I was that, like I was gonna get the rebound for the team no matter what. That was like my biggest thing. Like, I'm gonna get this rebound and then I'm gonna go do whatever I can do. So and that helped me too, because let me tell you, my freshman year, I didn't know plays whatsoever. I just couldn't grasp it. So like I was like, I'm just gonna focus on rebounding. I'm gonna focus on, going to get the ball, going to get do that. And that really helped me to kind of just like come into my own as a player. Just, I'm a rebound. I'm gonna do those little things that my coach asked me for. Maybe I don't score 20 points a game. Maybe I don't do this, but I'm definitely gonna go and grab some rebounds. I'm gonna try to set some good screens. And, I'm gonna just do what I can, box out. So that was like my biggest thing. It's just, I'm gonna rebound the ball, and I made a living off of that. So definitely thankful for just staying in it. I had a lot of great coaches helping me just keep my head in it, keep going. So yeah.
And you're the best kind of player because no one likes playing with a selfish player. That's something I've learned playing at the P Club is that I played there for a long time, and then I went over and played at the UW. And at the UW, it's a lot more like passing, like it's about the team
Mhm.
camaraderie, and it's so much more fun. And I play way better personally, and I think the other like the team does too. And then I come back to the P Club, and it's just basically ones until it's your turn to do a one.
Right.
I was like, man, I need that team camaraderie. So I mean, it makes sense that you're doing what you're doing because you have that mentality, you have that selfless. I'm about the others, not just myself. So I
Yeah.
really respect that.
At the end of the day, the most cliche line is, "There no I in team." But like as Kobe said, there's a me in it. So I don't know if that really. So I don't know if that really Oh,
That's baller, man.
you need all 5 players. So, most definitely, yeah.
I keep laughing at this the screen right now because it's like a Willy Wonka vibe. Like you kind of look like a Oompa Loompa right now.
Oh, really?
Just
Oh
yeah.
god. Oh god.
Which is funny because you play professional basketball, but size wise, it's like
I look small. Oh
you
god.
look very small. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This
Wait,
is
so my
guys. This is what it was like when we were hooping. By the way, I
yeah,
was I was towering over Erica,
I am
slamming that ball.
I'm about 5'6", right? How tall are you?
Yeah, 5'6".
I know I'm about 6 foot. How tall are you?
Yeah, you're 5'6". Yeah, I'm 5'4".
5'4".
Yeah,
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 that's the
yeah,
same.
totally, totally. Yeah. Cool. So last question for you, Erica. This has been awesome. I could talk to you for another 2 hours. We actually might. We have another live stream coming up on our other channel. I'm going to link that to you guys if you want to hop over. It's going to be a really, really juicy talk, a little more, PG-13 than the Sobriety University channel. And it's a channel that my friend and I have created. It's about men's development, leveling up, becoming a better man in today's world where, as you might have seen, some of the values are skewed. So we're really trying to focus on getting guys back into the traditional um, ways of being. So I'm gonna link that down below right now, and we're gonna have a really cool talk with Erica. Last question for you before we sign off here: what is, if last day on Earth, you're about to go out, and you had to give one piece of advice to one of your little coaching homies? What would you tell them?
If I had to give one piece of advice, is that don't let anyone knock you off your grind. Don't let anyone tell you what you can't do. You know, keep going. Because at the end of the day, only one person, not even that, only one person can hold you back, and that's yourself. You know, each and every day you wake up, just change your mindset, change the way live the way you want to live. So I just say that just keep being who you are, and don't limit yourself for a second. It's easy for someone to judge you and criticize you. So if you know who you are and you know what you're capable of, go and do you. Go and live out your life the way you want to, because you're not on this earth for long. So just go and be who you are. Don't let anyone tell you what you can't do. Don't let anyone knock you off your grind. Don't waste a day. Maybe a couple seconds out of the day is messed up or something, but don't throw away the whole day just because that little chunk was messed up, right? I love that little saying, like, if you had $100 and someone stole $2 from you, are you gonna throw away the other $98? And it's like, no, you wouldn't, right? You would keep the $98, right? So don't let someone, just because something went wrong or someone cut you off on that road. I got a little road rage myself, but someone cuts you off on that road. Don't let that ruin your day. Just keep going. You're gonna have those bumps in the road. You're gonna have those days where you're like, man, I don't want to go to work. I don't want to do this. But just keep going too, and change that mindset too. We always say, I have to go do this. I have to go do that. Just change it to, I get to go do that, because not everyone can go out and do what you're doing right now. Not everyone can. Some people can't. And this is not to have sob story, but some people can't walk. Some people can't go. Some people are fighting for their life. Some people, so live every day like it's your last. Keep going and believe in yourself, most importantly. And that's all I got.
Love it, Erica. Yo, that fired me up. I had a little bit of that today. Yeah, I had a moment where it wasn't so hot, and I was like, you know what, fuck it, we're just gonna have a great day, like despite of that. So that's a very important piece of advice. I love that. I appreciate you coming on. Where can people find you if they want to connect with you?
Oh yeah, just follow me on Instagram, Erica Enriched underscore, or you can follow me on my fitness page at Purpose Unlimited. That's also on my Instagram, a link in my Instagram, my main page. So follow me. I love to interact with people. I love helping people. So follow me. Let's have a good time.
I love it. I love it. And guys, Make sure you guys subscribe to Sobriety University if you haven't already. We're almost at 2,000 subs, and it's surreal. Lots of addiction content coming almost every day. So really here to help you kind of master this part of your life so you can move on and do fun things like meet dope people at the gym playing hoops. So lots of good stuff to come. And then guys, come over to Men of Now on YouTube. We're gonna have a really cool talk. Again, subscribe to that too. We're brand new and getting some traction going. So thank you guys so much. Have a great night, everyone, and talk to you soon. Peace.